Hello, everybody. Welcome to All Villa, No Filler. Please like and subscribe to the show. Oh, my word. How did Aston Villa somehow not win that game? Is God a Wolves fan? And, he gifted God, whatever it is, if you're up there, gifted Robert Plant, the greatest male vocal voice ever, probably. I mean, he's a great vocalist and he's a Wolves fan. And then today, some higher power was protecting Wolves' goal in that final 12 minutes. How on earth did that Watkins header not go in? How on earth did Watkins not get a penalty for Matt Doherty literally pushing him in the back? I mean, the next time I play football, if I see someone's going to have a shot, do you know what I'm going to do? Give him one of them. And then I'll maybe give him a rock bottom as well, like one of them running across the pitch. I'll be breathless by the end of it. But apparently that's not going to get you VAR and it's not going to get you a penalty. How was that not a penalty? He blatantly pushed him. No, not even a VAR check. Completely unbalanced him. I mean, it's not even comparable to the Pedro Neto potential penalty. It was just Neto was just coming together with Kamara. It was nothing. Doherty literally just went like that. It was like Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader using the Force. You know. But look, after 90 minutes coming away with a draw, I'd have been like, do you know what? I'll take that after that game. It was nasty. It was unpleasant. I don't envy any of the Villa players playing in that atmosphere against a team who are physical, smart in how they use their fouls. You don't get past them without them dragging you back, without them pushing you in the back, with them giving an elbow, a stone cold stunner here, a DDT. And the crowd just very, very riled up. They really don't like Villa, do they? So I'll try and think about it. First half, I think both teams defended really, really well. I think Villa probably had the better chances. I think there were a couple of occasions the ball came out, on the edge of the area or to say Douglas Luiz running in. And Wolves threw lots of bodies in the way and defended, very well in fairness. But I think Villa neutralized their their most dangerous attacking zone, which is their wide players. I think Villa did well to neutralize that. And I think first half Neto was kept very, very quiet. Pedro Neto, he is a fantastic player, isn't he? And I think Villa did well to keep him quiet on the whole. But second half, Douglas Luiz kind of fell asleep on the ball. Don't know what he was doing. Don't know why it took so long to just do something with it. And Hwang Hee-chan, who, I think Hwang did well today. He was a nuisance, irritating. Went down very easy with a coming together with Douglas Luiz, but also did his nose, which was not very nice. But he did well to win the ball, and then I think that's when Villa were caught out of shape and got to Neto. Neto finally had that bit of space to run at Pau Torres. And I don't think there's many defenders in the world. I mean, we found out with Man City last week, the best team in the world. Dealing with Neto when he's in that one-on-one zone is very, very hard to stop him. And I'm sort of already in my head flipping a coin on whether it's going to be Chelsea somehow getting around FFP and bidding 100 billion quid for him, or whether it's going to be Man City deciding, do you know what? We need to mix it up between Jeremy Doku and bloody Pedro Neto outright. And probably some youth player who's coming through is going to be amazing as well. Oscar Bob, I don't know. So I think we did very well to keep him quiet, but the one time he managed to get that space, he punished us. And a great ball across into Hwang Hee-chan, who's done very well to score the goal. I think, you'd say Douglas Luiz should have been quicker on the balls, get rid of it further up the pitch. And that ultimately him dithering a bit is what led to Wolves catching us out of shape. And I don't think you can blame any of the defenders, in my view, for that. You can't blame Pau Torres. It's just one of them occasions where a fantastic attacking player works that moment and does very, very well. But I do think on the whole, Villa defensively did very, very well to stop those wide players. We were kind of playing as a six in defence at times almost. You had Matty Cash out right, Luca Dean out left, coming back and supporting Conser, Douglas, Diego Carlos and Pau Torres. So that's six, and then a box four in front Wolves really didn't struggle to kind of create anything. I think second half Wolves were a bit better at that. But going forward, I don't think they created a lot all game. But they were very, very difficult to play against. And I think that in a way we cancelled each other out because for Villa, I think where you could be critical of Villa a bit is that we struggled to play it through them. And what it felt like was happening a lot was our defenders would have the ball for a while and they'd try and play that ball forward into a striker or midfielder. And Wolves, in fairness to them, defended very well and were physical. And it was difficult for Watkins and Diaby particularly to really do much with their back to goal. And that's why I did wonder if Yon Duran might come on. Of course, I forgot that Zaniolo also is a big physical presence. And I think that was understandable. We don't know the extent of Diaby's injury that he got last week, so maybe he could only go 60 minutes today for safety. But Zaniolo came in and did add a bit more physicality. But I think Dawson and Kilman in defence, and I think Lamina, is it, for Wolves, I thought all three of them were very difficult to play against, defended very, very well. And I think our strikers struggled to get into it. But, in fairness, Villa, once we conceded that goal, the Wolves fans were extremely up for it and singing that terrible song that Birmingham City fans, in the middle of the night when they're asleep, won't stop singing. 2 a.m. Their partners are probably there going like, why are you singing that song about Aston Villa? Are you obsessed? Have you got anything else to talk about? Maybe the missing seats at your stadium or the fact that it looks like you might be bringing Wayne Rooney in as manager randomly, even though you finally seemingly have a manager who might actually get you into the playoffs this season. But no, okay, whatever. Yes, while the Wolves fans are in full flow of singing that song, Ollie Watkins finds a bit of space and a super ball over to Pau Torres. And I think it kind of sums it up a little bit that we were waiting for a defender to score a goal for us today. Great finish from Torres. Did really well to get forward and find that space in behind. Good finish, and you could see how excited he was pulling off. And it was especially funny considering the Wolves fans were midway through singing that very, very bizarre song that they seem to love. Various fan bases around the Midlands seem to love singing about mighty Aston Villa. Then I think, again, it was kind of cancelled out a little bit. I think Villa, where you would criticise us a little bit, I think we started the game well in the first 10, 15 minutes. We were very dominant. But I think we sort of got a little bit dragged into their game plan a little bit where, McGinn and Dawson at the corners, battling it out. Their fans getting riled up and annoyed, and that annoyance and noise sort of got into their players as well, and it felt like the crowd kind of dragged them back into the game a little bit. But look, I think after 90 minutes, I think I would have been happy enough to come away with a draw, even though I do feel like Villa created just about the better chances. Both teams defended very well. It was a very difficult away day. We don't tend to do away at Molineux. To be fair, if Wolves play like that all season, Gary O'Neill's maybe quite an underrated manager. Look at Bournemouth now, with him gone. I think he's proving himself quite a canny manager, to be honest. And I think they were not easy to play against, but they'd been asking for a red card, if I'm honest. There was a lot of fouling today going on. And once they got that red card, we should have really taken one of our chances. And I think the game had gone on another couple of minutes, maybe we would have got it. Ollie Watkins extremely unlucky not to score. Douglas Luiz unlucky not to score when 20 Wolves players throw themselves in front of the ball. Watkins should have got a penalty. A lot of that. I think if I was to say what I thought Villa were missing today, if Ramsey was there, I wonder if it had made a difference. But the player I thought Villa missed a bit, and I thought this against Zielinski Mostar, Alex Moreno. I just think the dynamic he adds down the left, I think that when Dean gets into attacking positions, his intuition a lot of the time is to just recycle it. Fair enough. I like recycling. I like players keeping hold of the ball rather than just gambling all the time. But I think when he gets into those attacking positions, a lot of the time it's a cross into the area. Again, he's very good at it. But Wolves today, I think their defence kind of want you to cross it in. And again, Watkins nearly scored that header at the end, hit the bloody post. But I do wonder if Moreno was there, and I thought this against Mostar as well, whether he gets into that final third, gets past a man, he beats a man, and he's able to pull it back on the floor a bit better. He's able to pick out a pass a bit better in the area. I just think, he's not played for quite a long time now, Moreno, but it's almost like it's quite easy to forget how dynamic he made Villa's left-hand side last season. So I am quite looking forward to just seeing him coming back as an option. But overall, I thought Konsa was excellent again. I thought Diego Carlos, it was great to see him back. He looked, good. I think there was a couple of occasions in the first half, when we got dragged into their Wolves' game plan that, I think we went a bit long too often. And that was Wolves' game plan all day long. They want you to knock it long. So, we did struggle to play it through them, but horrible away day. And then ultimately, you probably are saying it's good point, even though in the final, injury time, we should have got the winner. Unlucky not to get 3 points in the end. But, I think, again, it's a game where Villa, in the past, we don't tend to have done well in those sorts of fixtures where you've got to fight and battle and do all the nasty stuff. And Villa have shown that they can go to places like Molineux now, a local derby where the crowd hates us. The opposition are physical and, quite nasty at times. Just awkward, making it hard for us. And we can come away with a result again, and then in other games we can, play bloody Burnley. My seat's gone down here, I think. Yeah, play Burnley off the park, play Everton off the park, and get wins where we need to. So, I think I'm glad the international break's coming now. Just a few players who are injured, and we can just sort of take stock again and hopefully not get any more injuries over the international breaks from players that are going away. Annoying we didn't win that. Very annoying. How that wasn't a penalty on Ollie Watkins, I will never know, ever, in a million years. And also, you got to think Neto had a good chance for them as well, didn't he, when he had that ball across to him and he hit it over. So, yeah, I think 90 minutes, glad with a draw. But after injury time, gutted we didn't win it. But look, decent enough result, really, in a nasty atmosphere, tough fixture. And we go again. West Ham next, I think it is, at home. They're very good, very physical. Again, we'll see how we get on. But would you bet against Villa? Because I wouldn't. Oh, the mighty Villa.